Anybody in 2024 who tells you that the executive, that the president has powers to do what they want, that is somebody who's living in 1975. And that is the problem we have. Those of us who ascribe to this oath, and they are saying, oh, members of the opposition don't see anything good. The oaths that we took are specified here under the third schedule. And I take oaths very seriously. I'm sure the Pocomo do as well.
Oh, we do.
This oath that I took says, I will bear true faith and allegiance to the people and Republic of Kenya. There's a reason why you start with the people. I will never, ever deviate from bearing true faith and allegiance to the people of Kenya at it to please someone, so that I look like a respectable young boy who addresses grown-ups with respect. I will never abandon this oath because I took it knowing what I was reading. Mungatana, you say that we never say anything positive about your regime. It's because you don't do anything good. Name one thing that you have done that is good, that has impacted positively on the people of Kenya, that has been done lawfully in accordance with the Constitution.
Yes.
Even these things, let me finish. You will respond later. You will respond later. This is what makes me disrespectful, because you have no respect for me. Allow me to speak.
No, you have
Mungatana, you have said all hotels in the coast were overbooked during Christmas period. Those were not Kenyans. The overbooking is because of a policy that I support, of the open skies, because I never understood why we needed to protect KQ, for instance, in our routes like Mombasa. Because of that, and you can speak to the people in the industry themselves, they are telling you that that is the reason why we have seen overbookings. The people that are coming in on those cruise ships are not from Garsen. No, they are not. People in Kenya, the people of Kenya did not have a Christmas. They did not have a Christmas because 2023 was one of the worst years in history.
But let me
and I'm telling you, I don't understand. I don't understand. You see, unless we serve different populations in this country, because the feedback we receive from the people I represent myself is not a rosy picture. None of the people who called me over Christmas have told me that they enjoyed this is their best Christmas, that they took their children to holiday in Mombasa, that now all their children are in school. No. If you go to my office, Trevor, 99% of my engagement with the people is people looking for bursaries, for money from me to take children to school. Nobody had a Christmas. If you see overbookings, it's because of those foreigners who are coming in because of the open skies policy that I support. Now, number two, when you say that nobody has been taken to Haiti, so all of us should keep quiet. I have said on this show that if you occupy any position, your words mean something. You cannot be a head of state who says you will disobey a court order. Whether they have gone or not, your pronouncement, the fact that you are threatening a violation of the Constitution you swore to protect, is a call for concern. That is why, if you look at the Article 23, you are allowed to go to court, even when something has not happened, but there is a threat. The word is there under Article 23. So the president threatening to disobey a court order, and I saw a very unfortunate scene in December. I think it was early January, when senators, my colleagues in the House, are urging the president, you do what you want. They're speaking the language of Farah Maalim. Young people my age, younger than me, speaking like Farah, saying, oh, you do what you want, nobody will take you anywhere. We have seen other presidents disobeying court orders, and nothing has happened to them. There is a road that you have the videos there. There are senators who are younger than me, so that age is not a matter. If your head is bad, you could be 90 years old, you could be 10 years old, but you have the same vision because you do not live in the current circumstances as the Constitution dictates. So it is something that is very terrible. It is to be condemned. Those pronouncements should not be coming from the head of state. I had reservations about this so-called dialogue with between the judiciary and the executive. There can never be a dialogue between the hyena and the sheep. One of those animals is going to lose out in that particular engagement. And I said it, and I told the Chief Justice, for you to go into the lair of the lion as a lamb and then tell us that, oh, you are negotiating as equal arms of government. What are you negotiating? We saw what the judiciary got out. They got out money to employ judges. They got out money to build courts and buy vehicles. What did they give in return? It is hardly 2 weeks later, the same person you are having this high tea with is telling you that what you're doing there is rubbish. I had suggested to her that there's only one way to deal with this executive dictatorship. tell these characters that for as long as you are not going to respect the decisions of the courts are not going to be open for you. Because as a judge, somebody who's giving their all, listening to cases, somebody has brought a case challenging a legislation that has been passed into law, that has been assented into law by the president. And you know for a fact, you as a judge, immediately you pass your decision. If the decision is right according to the facts and the law, you will be called corrupt. Immediately. They say these judges are corrupt. When you ask them for evidence, another one told us on Thursday is going to lead a delegation to bring evidence against a specific judge. And on the day itself, he dodged, he ran away. Because he doesn't have evidence, he just speaks. So we have said, Chief Justice, if she is unable to defend the Constitution and the courts and the institution of the judiciary, let her step aside. We will do that defending. Because for us, we cannot afford to have a judiciary that is emasculated by the executive. Because the next thing that will happen, I don't know because I was not there, they need to make public what commitments were made on both sides. Because I don't know, because I can speculate because it is secret. Maybe they said the next time any opposition leader is brought before you, first of all, if it's Sifuna, deny him bail. Let him stay a few weeks in jail. I don't know, because they need to make it public.
All right.
Because there cannot be an agreement. There cannot be agreement between sheep and hyenas. It can't happen.
Let me talk.
Yes.